in more countries than any other man as the world's champion, the man from England, Billy Robinson.
Well, thank you very much, Joe Blanchard. I'd like to say this, it's true.
Could we see these belts?
Sure you can. This represents the world heavyweight champion. I am the world heavyweight champion. The best and the biggest and the best talented wrestlers in the world. And when I won the heavyweight championship, I said I would defend it against the best, and that's why I have come to this area. I wrestled in Japan recently. I'm going to Mexico shortly. I shall be down in South Africa and over in Australia. And as soon as I come back, I will defend it against the best men or man that you have. And I will beat him in the ring to prove that I am the best of all the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, that of course Billy Robinson. We have a great array of talent lined up for you tonight. You'll be seeing Wahoo McDaniels, Tully Blanchard, Ivan Putski, all the great stars right here on this hour of Southwest Championship Wrestling. And we're getting ready for that first match. Relampago Leon will be against the man who you just heard interviewed, world's champ Billy Robinson. So we're going to have a great card for you. So Billy, you might get up in the ring and get ready to go, and we're going to get ready to go with a great array of wrestling talent. I want to remind you that we do have wrestling. If you're ever in San Antonio, Texas, you can see wrestling at the Northtown Event Center at 1704 Blanco Road. You can come on out and see these wrestling matches being videotaped so that they're seen all over the world, and we're ready to go with this first big wrestling match. Billy Robinson against Relampago Leon. Relampago Leon, one of the sensational young wrestling stars, the Lightning Lion. And Billy Robinson, who a great veteran wrestling star, and sitting in with us, one of the most, well, not one of the most, the most popular man here on Southwest Championship Wrestling's Cowboy Scott Casey. Welcome.
Thank you, Joe, very much. You're looking at a guy, Billy Robinson, that I tell you, I feel like if it had been just a little bit more, I could have beat the man. But I've got more than just a little admiration for him. He's from Wigan, England. He's about 6'2", weighs about 250. Very impressive in the ring.
He's a very agile man, and I've never seen anybody with a greater knowledge of wrestling hold.
Never. The man knows it all. He's wrestled all over the world. Not only, he's probably the only man to ever hold the British Heavyweight Championship, as well as the American Heavyweight Championship, world's heavyweight.
Well, that's Relampago Leon with an arm stretch on Billy Robinson, the world's champ. And Billy rolls up smartly into a headlock. Your referee for tonight's matches, Eric Mannheimer. A hammerlock is set out. And Billy Robinson spins away from the Lightning Lion, Relampago Leon, who's giving Billy all he wants right now. Whoa.
Belly to backside souffle, I believe they call it. It'll take the wind out of you, Joe.
Souffle, soufflex, you feel like a souffle after getting one of those no matter what.
You better believe it, Joe. It'll just jar your nervous system completely. What we call a front face lock on Relampago right now. And if he applies that pressure right, he can either break the jaw or he can knock him out completely. And Leon's taking the right route. He's backing into the rope, so he's breaking. Woo.
Good form. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some people from the San Antonio Light newspaper out here taking pictures and writing an article that's going to appear very shortly on professional wrestling, Southwest style. And Relampago Leon bops right back, but Billy Robinson takes him in. Reigns punches into the midsection, and woo, and he catches him a shot, bombs him. And a neck breaker.
Looks like he tried to pull his head right off his shoulders. Leon's a tough man. I'll give him credit for it. He's holding his own a little bit, but here he's going against a great ring veteran here. I mean,
I've wrestled all over the country, and I've never seen any men, any gamer than the wrestling stars that appear right here on Southwest Championship Wrestling. Every one of them do their dead level best to win their matches, fight to the very, very finish, and it's got to be the most exciting hour right here on television and the most exciting of professional sports.
Absolutely, Joe. Now you're looking at leverage here and a little bit of strength. As you can see them both shaking, and they're both putting everything they got into it. But like I said, Billy's got more moves and Carter's got little liver pills, man. This guy is great.
More moves and a bowl of Jell-O.
Billy will be like a tiger. He's finding a weak spot in him, and he'll go back to it. And I guarantee you, he won't let up once he gets started on it. I know, I've wrestled the man, and I'd love to have another shot at him because I feel like I can take him.
And a Beal attempted by Billy Robinson. Relampago Leon hangs on and comes up with an arm bar.
Up-and-coming young wrestler. He's only been around here for about 6 or 8 months, but he's learned a lot in that short period he's been here. And
looks better every time out.
You better believe it. The man has learned a lot, and I admire his tenacity, I guess you might call it, Joe. And he's got it's a type of arm bar. It's a standing arm bar, and he's putting pressure on the elbow right there. And it's a vicious hold. If he can keep that on there, he can bring Billy down to size a little bit.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to remind you that coming soon we're going to have another World's Champion, the Tag Team World's Champions. Both of these men were individual World's Champions at one time, the Funk Brothers, Dory Jr. and Terry. They'll be coming soon right here to Southwest Championship Wrestling. Also, you're going to be seeing Dick Slater. And have you ever wrestled Dick Slater?
Yes, Joe, I wrestled Dick Slater about 6 or 7 years ago, and he and I were just becoming I would say become fairly good professional wrestlers. And since then, I've seen him wrestle on Atlanta TV, and he's been a main eventer everywhere he's ever been. He's about 6'2", weighs about 250, about the same size as Billy Robinson.
Good move by Leon there. Beautiful move. He's hanging on and giving Billy Robinson all he wants. The world's champ in trouble.
That's right. Well, let's see if they're going to do a little toe-to-toe in here. It looks like, whoa, quick move, to kick to the thigh, forearm to the chest. He's weakening down Leon now. Pick him up. Body slamming 225 pounds.
He power drived right on top of that body slam. Put all his 250 on top of it, all the way down to the mat. Really a jolting blow to Relampago Leon, the Lightning Line, trying to slow this very quick young wrestler down, is world's champ Billy Robinson. I think you wrestle as much with your brains as you do with your body when you reach a certain stage of your career.
You better believe it. You learn that sometimes instead of going around that tree, you go straight to it, and he takes a few shortcuts, and that's only because he's using his brains. Ooh, that's a solid forearm to the back, and that'll slow down your heart rate and kidneys and everything else.
He pounded him with a shot, ladies and gentlemen. He really hammered a shot. Like a football lineman throwing a block into the back instead of the front. It'd be like a clip in football. That's illegal. And without pads. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, you can order pictures. Oh, and a backbreaker by Billy Robinson, and the Lightning Line is definitely hurt. Going for that pin, but Leon keeps getting that shoulder up, and Billy Robinson trying to pry him down to the mat as we're seeing tremendous wrestling action right here on Southwest Championship Wrestling. Wow.
Back to Dick Slater. The man has been a main eventer all over the country, and I tell you what, he'll find a place here in Southwest Championship Wrestling because he doesn't back down from anybody. He doesn't take any quarters, and he doesn't ask for any, and he's a tough competitor.
Well, what it boils down to, Scott, is that every week right here on Southwest Championship Wrestling, because the competition is the best I have ever seen. The competitors are the toughest. They got to be in shape. They go and go and go, and it's just it's great to me, especially I think, to see it, and it's great for the wrestlers because the crowds are coming out and we love it.
You better believe it, Joe. Oh, you're seeing the show of strength there, but then again, Billy used his brains. Whenever he felt Leon coming over with him, he just kept on rotating, and he came back up in the same hole. And that's a ring veteran for you. That's why he's a world champion. Strength. They're both legs spread wide apart, but he's coming right back around again. Whoa, he did it again.
And Leon with the reversal. Hey, by the Lightning Line, and a very popular move as all the gorgeous young ladies here at ringside are cheering for the Lightning Lion.
Oh, thought he had him.
I believe he got him. I don't know. It was a hard decision. Did he have that shoulder moved up in time? I don't know.
Oh, I wish we had an instant replay on that, Joe, because
Well, Eric Manheimer certainly called him down, and there was a pin, but Relampago Leon will have a gripe. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot more action coming up. We'll be back with it right after this.